What's up, y'all? Jeremiah Chase from Sesco. Wait a while. This show about to be crazy. Look, we are here at House of Prayer Fellowship Worldwide. Look, this thing's about to be crazy. We'll talk about sex, virginity, purity. Let's get it. Yo, I'm so excited. We're gonna have a good time. How you feeling today? Yo, I'm so excited to be here. We're gonna have a good time. Man, it's been a minute. I've been in a career shift. A lot of things have differently happened, but I'm definitely always excited to do things like this. So thank you, Lauren, for reaching out. Thank you for the pastors of this house, the Terrells. I really appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to be here and to speak to you. Clap it up. My beautiful wife is here, Brandy. Yeah, she's like an extreme introvert, so make sure everybody give her a hug at the inside. Y'all know what we about to talk about today? I know I asked you guys over here, you know? So, I know a lot of times too, especially like in the church, we have kind of like, we be like, sex. Like, we kind of try to like whisper it. That's actually from God. That was a gift from the Lord to marry people, okay? If you do want to wait, that you gotta make that decision for your own. Cause I had to make that decision. I was on, after we did our first Sesco Wait a While event, I remember when somebody asked me, matter of fact, it was one of my sisters in Christ, Tiffany Wilson, shout out to her, that's like, amazing speaker. I'd like bring her everywhere. And we did a radio show together. And she asked me, she was like, well, what's your reason why? What's your reason why? And I was like, yo, I never thought about that. And I never had nobody ask me that. What was and this was after the first event. And I was like, yo, my reason why, because I'm dope. We live in a culture, we live in a society where we live in a society where we praise the black woman. Let's just be honest, right? We praise the black woman. And a lot of people will teach us that. We live in a society where we're supposed to praise women, right? But what about men? Come on. What about the men? Like a lot of it is crazy because I feel like we only do edifications for certain things when it comes to men and women. But what about the men practicing purity? You know what I mean? Oh, y'all already assume women are practicing purity, but that's not really the case. Because the Bible talking about, yo, beware of women more than even mention a man. You know, it's crazy. So it's kind of like it's some things that we just got to share and not overlook too. I was on a phone call with my sister the other day, and she told me, she said, yo, it's so crazy because she said, I really think that a lot of men get pressured into being married. And she told me this story of how this dude, like he was about to get married, and he didn't show up. He did not show up. He left his bride at the altar, and he was like, I didn't show up because everybody was pressuring me. He says, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Do not pressure that man. Don't do it. Don't do it because if you need to pressure him, he's not leading. If you need to pressure me to do something, then I'm not leading. Now, I'm not saying that you can't encourage me to do something or like press in a different sense. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be an encouraging press. Not like, oh, this is something that you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like, all right, cool. So, when it comes to virginity, when it comes to abstinence, when it comes to celibacy, because there's a difference between abstinence and celibacy. If you do your research, the priests, they take a vow of celibacy never to get married again or have sex. When you're practicing abstinence like, okay, cool, I'm taking a vow not to have sex until marriage. So sometimes people, they think they try to tie it in the same thing, but if somebody has a different belief, then it has to be, because some people do argue that it is the same thing. But if somebody is saying that I'm practicing celibacy, I'll take a vow to never have sex again, then there has to be a difference, okay? And you may get tempted. A lot of times, sometimes it's just not the sex that you just want to have. Like, who want to have sex? Who want to have sex? Who wants to get married? Raise your hand if you want to get married. Bet. Question to my answer, did you want to have sex? So everybody trying to play me, didn't want to raise your hand, you're caught. Come on. Like, you know, it's a real thing. And whatever your journey is, whatever your testimony is, I don't want you to be afraid of it. You walk in it. I was watching a really popular podcast, and the gentleman asked the young lady on the podcast if she was a virgin, and she said that I'm not willing to answer that question. And he asked her some great questions too. He asked her, like, do you believe in sex before marriage? And she said, no, I don't believe in that. And I loved her response when she did say that. My issue is that I just wish that people were more open to saying whether they were a virgin or not. Because if you are a virgin, you help other people feel, I should say, more comfortable. Like, yo, it's not just me. It's not just me. Now, I wasn't looking for my wife to be a virgin. I wasn't, because I remember my first girlfriend asked me that. She was like, yo, like, you know, would you date somebody that's not a virgin? And I was like, yeah. I'm not looking at you because here's the thing. You're going to deal with different people. I'm telling you, I've dealt with some men, oh my gosh. I've dealt with some men to be like, I had to put them in check. Literally, like, it was like dudes I haven't even met. Like, they just followed my ministry and they would call me and ask me questions and stuff like that. And it's just one dude, I'm telling you, I was talking to this dude and I aired this man out. I aired him out so bad, like I started to feel bad. Because I was just like, dog, how are you gonna come at that young lady, you know, for what your homie said, like your homie saying that she a hoe and all that stuff like that. So you gonna get on the phone and you gonna talk to her crazy. So now I'm gonna talk to you crazy the same way you talk to her. Because honestly, I know what you're doing when the lights is out. Stop it. That doesn't make you any more pure than her. Stop it. Come on, man. We out here pointing a finger because people having sex. And one thing what happens though too, what I seen happen in church when it comes to single moms, it was a story that I know where a young lady, she had a child out of wedlock in the church, and then she got like downplayed by the other people in the church. She got downplayed, and the crazy thing is they had the same story. Why you going to downplay her? How about you offer them help? You know what I'm saying? How about you offer them help? And for y'all that's out here looking at people weird for having kids out of wedlock and all that stuff like that, first of all, here's the thing. There's a lot of people out here that are in marriages that are not God ordained. I'm a true believer in that. That wasn't even God's best for you. You married the enemy's best. You married the enemy's best. Now you do have choices, right? You have the good choice, the people's choice, your choice, and God's choice. The good choice, the people's choice, your choice, and God's choice. Now the people's choice will always pressure y'all. Beware of the y'all look cute together syndrome. How many of us been in a relationship because y'all look cute together? A friend like, yo, y'all look cute together, y'all should. Y'all ain't gotta raise your hand, that's fine. This ain't class. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, yo, like, y'all look cute together, but it's like, oh, all right, cool. Since you got us together, since once we start having problems, I'm at your door. I'm at your door now, because now we have a problem for counsel. I'm holding you accountable, because you're the one that got us together. We look cute together, right? But that's all they said. That's all I said. Y'all look cute together, that's it. I ain't say get married. I just said that y'all look cute together, but that's like gaslighting a situation. That's like, all right, bet, well, maybe we should try it. You gotta be aware of stuff like that. What did God say about that person? A lot of us, we know who should we be laying down with or not. We already know. We already know. So don't make that mistake.
We get new grace and mercies every morning. But we gotta continue to rely on him though. Rely on him, pick your reason why and stick to it. Your reason why will not matter to anything he or she will try to convince you into doing something that's contrary to what the Holy Spirit has you doing in your life. That's all I wanted to say. Any questions?
So, what was the reason why when y'all was getting married, what was the reason why, or what do you think, why didn't you kiss him when y'all got married?
Okay, so this is interesting because that was his decision. I was ready. Because that was my thing. I was like, I'm not having sex, but I will tear you up with these lips. This brother was like, I'm alright. So, you don't want to kiss me? But when he explained his reasons that was something that would have led him into temptation, I totally respected that. Because then now, my actions contrary to that would be violating him. And that's not really a popular thing. You don't really hear a woman violating a man, but it's true. A human being can violate a human being no matter what the gender is. And I at that moment even loved him that much where I was like, I'm not violating somebody I care about. Simple as, I always use example. If he couldn't handle high fives, I'm not high-fiving then, because then I'm violating you. If I love and care about you as a person, I'm not going to violate you. So immediately, it was easy for me to ride that wave with him. Because I was like, well, at the altar, you should just be ready. Because I'm going to get you at the altar. But it's easy to be aware of something that someone is trying to stay away from, especially when it's a stumble. It's easy to help protect them by not doing it. And that's what's important when you think about somebody who's trying to force you into something that you don't want to do.